Hello, this is Teacher Maria, and today we are going to work on a dancing scene inspired by Edgar Degas. He was a French artist who lived in the second part of the 19th century, and he is known for his oil and pastels compositions of dancers, horse racers, some portraits, but especially he is known for his challenging the rules of classical composition. In a classical painting, all figures are placed in the middle. Arms and legs are overlapped very carefully, so it's clear whom they belong to. Figures are often drawn from the lower point of view, so the foreground ones have heads higher and feet lower than the background ones. This helps avoid confusion, but creates a feel that you are sitting in a theater and looking at the scene on a stage. For thousands of years, artists would carefully position their figures in the frame, like in a storefront, and then suddenly so much changed. What happened? Well, actually, the photo camera was invented. Artists started taking photographs. They realized that real life is so much more random, and they wanted to kind of update the drawing rules too. Degas was a headliner of this movement. Let's look at this picture of Dad and his two daughters. You can see such strange overlaps, like umbrella growing out of the girl's head, or a girl joined with a dog, or carriage stuck to the man's beard. They all are looking away from the center. Why doesn't composition fall apart? It's held together by the rhythm of vertical black poles and a strong diagonal line that connects the corners. Or in this painting of a dance class, a man and a girl have joined head but no feet, and the girls that float above the sitting woman also have confusing positions of legs and arms. How would you place the figures to avoid confusion? Well, a classical painter would move the left girls lower and turn the people on the right to the center, giving them more room. As you can see, Degas was deliberately breaking these rules in order to achieve more spontaneous feel. I'm inviting you today to create a dancing scene in a style of Edgar Degas. I will be using this picture as a reference, and now I'm taping my paper to the cardboard so that the paper doesn't wiggle or crumple when I draw. As always, I start from positioning the main elements on paper. Finding top and bottom for each figure, I remember that they get smaller in the distance, and the closer they are, the lower their feet will be. As you can see in the original picture, there are more people, and I'm not drawing all of them. You are the boss here. You get to decide what you want to keep and what you want to toss. Alright, now let's recall the human proportions. Legs are half of human height, and the knee is also in the middle of each leg. Foot is the size of the head, and head, if you break this part in half and half, that's gonna be the head. One head up from the center of the body will be waistline. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 heads, right? But you don't start from the head, you start from top and bottom, break in half, break in half, break in half and half. This is head, this is waistline. Elbows will be on the waistline level, but since she is having her arm in for shortening, then it's gonna be a little bit more this way. Will seem shorter, which is also a case for this arm. And each part of an arm is about hand and a half. Alright, now I finished positioning my figures and start adding details. I start from the light. Exaggerate the difference in the light between the fore and middle ground. I want my foreground figure to be in the brighter light. Since I only drew proportional stick figures, I'm now adding thickness around arms and legs. And arms are thinner than legs and torsos are thicker. And for the background, I put my chalks on the side so I can quickly cover a large area with it. My chalks are wide and I use a pencil to define the details on the face. You can use a charcoal, pastels or watercolor pencil. And for the light, I don't have a 10 charcoal pencil, so I'm using a very, very tip of my chalk. And here I'm adding some final accents on my foreground figure. Remember, if you want to pull something out forward, add more contrast to it. And this is my finished work. Now let's start working on yours. Good luck!